This is The Scoop for Wednesday.
I'm Juanita Hurtado Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines. Award-winning author and culinary historian Michael Twitty is coming to St. Petersburg. WMNF's Chris Young reports Twitty will be discussing the intersection of Southern cuisine and African-American culture tonight.
The James Beard Award winner will speak at the Foundation for a Healthy St. Petersburg as part of their Speakers Who Inspire series. He's sharing insights from his book titled The Cooking Gene, A Journey Through African-American Culinary History in the Old South. The book traces the roots of Twitty's own family and the charged politics surrounding the origins of soul food, barbecue, and all Southern cuisine.
I think a lot of people have hyper-focused on the idea of food people as chefs, as hospitality, as food preparers, but we need African-American, we need Black people who think and write about the power of food and how it works in our culture and our community.
You can find more information about location, time, and hear a longer interview with Twitty on WMNF.org. Chris Young, WMNF News.
This week, the city of Tampa finalized its investigation into allegations former Deputy Chief Ruth Kate raised about her firing. The public didn't know much else other than Kate filed a complaint with the city's Human Resources Division, claiming her firing was in retaliation. Fox 13 reported yesterday that Kate claimed she was fired after advocating for a female K-9 officer who had been reassigned. In an internal memo, the city's investigation said there was no evidence of retaliation, but rather a loss of confidence in Kate's ability. The full investigation has not been made public. A growing partnership is bringing critical support to domestic violence survivors in the Tampa Bay area by addressing one of the biggest barriers to safety. WMNF's Daria Mironova explains how the Hope Rides program connects survivors with accessible and confidential transportation.
The initiative provides free rides for survivors of domestic violence to reach shelters, court appointments, counseling, and other essential services. The mayor of St. Petersburg, Ken Welch, spoke at the event.
Transportation may seem like a simple thing to many of us, but if you can't get to the courthouse, a safe place, or the services that you need, then access to life-changing support becomes difficult or impossible.
So how can someone who needs help access the Hope Rides? Lariana Forsyth, Chief Executive Officer at Casa Pinellas and Marion Counties, explains.
So they would call, CASA has a 24/7 hotline. They would call the hotline, talk to an advocate, and then they would either issue one or they would come in for services to the Family Justice Center and talk about the need of what they need, and then an advocate can arrange that ride for them.
Organizers emphasize that the service is confidential and designed with survivor safety in mind, ensuring that help is not only available but accessible when it's needed most. For WMNF News, Daria Mironova.
Congressmember Cady Castor is calling for federal workplace safety officials to open an investigation into the road building company Archer Western. The company is known for its billions of dollars in contracts with Florida's Department of Transportation. According to the Tampa Bay Times, it is also known for having a rate of worker deaths that is more than double the construction industry average. An investigation by the Times found 3 of its most recent victims were undocumented. On Friday, Castor sent a letter to the head of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration citing the investigation. The Trump administration is proposing to end gender identity protections for people in federally funded housing and shelters. The proposal will remove references to gender and gender identity from regulations within the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Instead, these words will be replaced with the word sex, referring to someone's biological classification. According to the Florida Phoenix, the changes will also allow operators and owners of shelters and housing facilities to require reasonable assurances and evidence to confirm the sex of an individual seeking service. The department will hear public comments through the end of June. Today, it will be partially sunny with highs in the low 90s. Tonight, it will be partially cloudy and humid with lows in the high 60s. And tomorrow, it will be sunny with highs in the mid-80s. I'm Juanita Hurtado Huérfano with the WMNF News Headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.